Well, I've been really just thinking about BTS as people, especially recently with this military service, and I feel like there's going to be a shift. I say this in every single video I post, and I just want to say it here. Everything I'm saying right now is baseless. Do you know why? Because I don't know RM, and I'm not RM. And unless if RM comes on TikTok and either validates what I'm saying or invalidates it, we will never fucking know. This is very much just what I've been thinking about. This doesn't make it true because most of the internet is just saying something you think is true and then everybody accepting it, which is not the fucking case. Anyway, so I biased the rap line in BTS, and I would say out of the entire group of BTS, even though all of them are very much about artistry and creativity, and that's one of the reasons why I fuck with BTS so heavy, I think RM is the most like an artist and the least like a K-pop idol. I also made a other TikTok about this, but RM is a part of the biggest group in the world right now, arguably. Yet when he comes out with music, it's kind of crickets from his own fandom. I saw an artist talk about how music at its core is self-serving and should be self-serving, and that obviously goes in direct contrast with K-pop. While obviously when you're an artist, you put out music and you want people to fuck with it, at the end of the day, these fans, us as a fan, we don't even know what we want until the artist comes out with it. You know what I mean? So while obviously the musicians are putting out music partly because of fans, they're making music and they should be making music for themselves. When you are participating in creating art, you should be, as the artist, doing it for yourself. And like I said, that is in direct contrast to being a K-pop idol, because being a K-pop idol in the K-pop industry is really not about music. Music, in my opinion, for the K-pop industry is not the most important thing. There's so many other things that come before that, including putting fans so high up on a pedestal. And the fans are so important to the point where they can literally decide the fate of groups. And I don't mean like, obviously, if nobody's streaming music, the group will not be successful. I mean literally getting people kicked out of groups. I would love to hear K-pop idols who take their artistry seriously, Jackson Wang, discuss if they feel a push and pull between being a K-pop idol and between being an artist, because once again, those are two separate things that sometimes, most of the time, contrast and go against each other. All this to say, I feel like RM, especially recently with his last two projects, especially with music videos like Lost, because he himself is an artist and is a part of the biggest K-pop idol group of all time currently, he is creating what he wants to create, and his existence of being an artist goes against being a K-pop idol. So his existence itself in the K-pop industry stands out because he is different. I feel like RM is really going to shift because he does not seem like the type of person that likes to or wants to be boxed in, not only as a person, but more creatively as a musician and an artist. I can't speak on him as a person because I don't know him, but I can speak a little bit confidently on his artistry because that's all we see from him. We are familiar with the artistry and the music. That's something that a lot of these K-pop stans need to understand. You don't know the idol themselves, you know the music, and that's the relationship that you have. You don't have a relationship with the idol, you have a relationship with their music. I feel like RM might genuinely start distancing himself from being a K-pop idol, like I said before, because he doesn't want to be confined to the idol industry. And on top of that, when you have such insane and high creativity like how he does, you just can't be boxed in. Even like I said with the Lost music video, even in your music video, you just cannot be boxed. Don't put me in a box. I'm right, and we come back to this TikTok months later and y'all are calling me a fucking psychic. Word to psychic fever. I'm honestly scared for him because of K-pop stans and how most K-pop stans do not fuck with artistry. And going back to why I said that a lot of ARMY don't fuck with RM solo music, like I said in the other TikTok, it's one thing if you don't like it, that's fine, but I feel like it's because if the artistry is self-serving and you as a K-pop idol are supposed to exist for someone else, when you do something that is for your own existence and self-serving to yourself, a lot of K-pop stans that are so used to everything being done with them in mind for them will hate it because you're going against it, and you make them feel like they're not important because they've been given this false confidence and this false belief that they're the only person that matters and your music and everything you do is for them.